Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video. As you are all aware, or I'm sure you're aware, and if not, and even if you are and you didn't have time to watch the dev stream that's just happened today, then I'm here to break it down a bit, show the most important parts of it, the bits that everyone's interested in. I'm going to just try and make a short video, talk about the perks a bit, show the perks, show the killer, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. Gonna just leave this a gameplay in the background right now of the new map. It is another Red Forest map, but it's a temple map themed to the killer, of course. The killer is, of course, the Plague, and I'm going to show some of the gameplay of that in a minute. Okay, so let's start off with the killer's ability. The ability of the new killer is Vile Purge, and what this basically is the killer can vomit on the survivors, causing sickness. She can also vomit on objects around the map, such as pallets and generators, and when the survivors touch them or interact with them, or if the killer survivors sprint around or run around and exert themselves, then it causes sickness to get stronger, more and more sick the more stuff they touch and do, and they can choose to live with the sickness the whole game if they choose, but obviously actions and stuff are going to be a lot harder, and they can choose these little fountains if they would like to get rid of the sickness, which also heals them, which is a nice little bonus. But if the survivors do choose to heal themselves with these fountains, it gives the killer the corruption, which basically means that the vomit that she vomits on survivors will actually injure you as well. Okay, so now onto the more important things, which are perks. In my opinion, they're the most important things because they can change the game, change the meta potentially if they're good. I'm going to let the devs talk about what the perks are, and then I'm going to just give my little opinion on it. It's easy for the devs to tell you what it is than me, so yeah, I'm going to just play that through right now.
The first perk of the Plague is Dark Devotion. Do you want me to read it out, or do we have it here?
Well, we see the footage, right? You can describe it. You can read it. Go ahead.
All right, I'm just going to go ahead and read it. The display of your powers creates a whirlwind of panic that spreads throughout the land. You become obsessed with one survivor. Hitting the obsession with your basic attack causes the obsession to emit a 32-meter terror radius for a few seconds. During that time, your terror radius is reduced to 0. The effect can only be triggered with a cooldown. I'm being a little bit elusive about the exact numbers. Don't worry, guys, you're going to get them soon. And the obsession does hear the terror radius they emit during the duration of the effect. So this is actually a really cool perk. You essentially put your terror radius on the obsession for a few seconds when you hit them.
So as killer, you don't have the terror radius anymore.
That's right.
That's it.
It is transferred.
The obsession is now carrying your terror radius for a few seconds.
Okay, so I find this perk really interesting, and I feel like it's going to be really nice to use in some particular builds, considering that you can transfer the terror radius over to a survivor, so I actually can't wait to see this in some builds. I feel like this is actually going to be a really funny perk to see on a lot of people that play very immersed, walking around with urban evasion and stuff like that. I feel like it's going to be funny when they have the terror radius on them. It's similar to the Doctor's, some of the Doctor's add-ons.
The second perk is Infectious Fright. The cries of the unfaithful make your heart leap. Any survivors that are within the killer's terror radius, while another survivor is put into the dying state by basic attack, will yell and reveal their current location to the killer for a few seconds.
So I feel like this perk's going to be really good. I feel like this perk's going to be good for a lot of the end game. When you get into end game and you're looking for the last survivor, if you're not using whispers or something, if they're close by to the last survivor you down, you can straight go after them. So I feel like this perk can actually be really nice to use, to be honest.
And the final Plague perk is Corrupt Intervention. The 3 generators located furthest from you are blocked by the entity for a few seconds at the start of the trial. Survivors cannot repair the generators for the duration. So essentially this makes it so that at the beginning of the game there are less generators to patrol, to increase the chances that you're going to find somebody and initiate a chance early in the game.
Plus, either the survivor waits for the entity to come out of the generator, or has to go closer to where the killer is.
Yeah.
So it's pretty interesting.
This is honestly probably my favourite killer perk of the 3. I feel like when you're playing with survivor friends or just playing in games in general, sometimes you can see, and a lot of people will know where I'm coming from. At the start of a lot of games, gens get done very fast, and I feel like this perk is going to stop that. Combined with Ruin and stuff, this is probably going to help again to counter gens being done so fast. I think that's what they were definitely going for here, so that should be nice, to be honest. Also, for anyone that didn't see, this is the new survivor, Jane Romero.
Jane Romero. I don't think anyone saw her yet.
Oh, this is the reveal.
Yes.
There
this
she
is
is.
the reveal.
Ah.
There she is.
But more importantly, guys, let's get onto the survivor perks.
This first perk is Solidarity. Sharing painful experiences has the power to heal. While injured, healing a survivor also heals you at a certain conversion rate.
Yeah, I
That
was
means
gonna scream right away.
not 100%.
What? Yeah.
Not 100%.
Okay.
Not
I'll let the cat out of the bag
100%.
here. What we have right now is 50%. So when you heal somebody, you also get 50% of that healing back on yourself, which is pretty neat.
Okay, so by far this is definitely my favourite perk. I feel like this perk is going to be come in handy a lot against, like, I don't know, stuff like Sloppy Butcher where it takes you ages to heal, or in just healing builds, or when you're playing with friends. This is going to be amazing. 50% heal when you heal someone fully. It's going to be, that perk is going to be a game changer, I think.
The second perk for Jane Romero is Poised. Achieving goals boosts your confidence. After a generator is completed, you leave no scratch marks for 10 seconds. I guess that's good for people who like to do their gen and scoot away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't think I will use this perk much, but I feel like it's a nice perk, especially for immersed type of players also. I feel like this comboed with Sprint Burst is going to be very nice, considering there's no scratch marks. So you can just do a gen, Sprint Burst away, and hide. So I feel like this perk's a nice addition to the game, definitely.
And the last perk for Jane is
Wait for it. Oh.
Head On. When your mind is set, there better be no one standing in your way. After standing in a locker for 3 seconds, the perk activates. While the perk is activated, perform a rush action to leave a locker to stun the killer for 3 seconds if they are standing within range, and that causes the exhausted status effect, and it cannot be used while exhausted.
So when this goes live, guys, all I want to see is all of your head-on clips. This perk is going to be so fun, I think. I feel like it's going to, like, killers are going to count this with Enduring. I feel it's going to be useless against Enduring, but honestly, this perk just seems amazing. I cannot wait to use this perk. It's going to be just jokes, to be honest. Especially if you're playing against Legion, you know, you want to jump out and headbutt that motherfucker for, you know, ruining all the games that you play. So, yep, this perk's going to be amazing. I cannot wait. Okay guys, before I end the video, I just want to say that there is actually a PTB. It's going to be sometime this week. We are not exactly sure when. They will definitely update on their Twitter. I will post it in my YouTube community post as soon as I know. I will also post it on Twitter, blah blah, if you follow me there. That would be nice. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little type of video. It's just mainly for people that didn't get time to see the VOD or anything. I don't want to skip through the VOD. I've just broke down all the important things. Hopefully it's nice. Tell me what you guys think. Are you excited? What builds are going to be good? That's exactly what I want to know. That's the main thing I want to know, guys. What builds are you going to put these new perks into? So yeah, tell me down below, and I'll see you guys next time.